Good morning, guys, YouTube, people, world, whoever, wherever. Gotta say, this little tool is pretty dope. Pretty cool little tool. It's just a M12, so 12 volt impact 3/8. So anyway, pretty cool little tool. Yeah. So lug nuts on the Audi. So found out, did tons and tons of research yesterday because I called, tried calling Eurotuning.com, and I was like, hey, this was, on my way to Colorado. I told them I don't want to run that little washer deal. I don't like the washer thing, and I want to do lug nuts. So they told me, well, any ball seat lug nut will work. So I was on eBay, found these. I think you guys saw already in another video, the last video. I ended up buying these little thingies. These were a ball seat. So turns out that Audi and Volkswagen use a 13 millimeter radius. Don't know what that means, but that's what it means. So 13 millimeter ball seat. So it's called an R13 for radius 13 ball seat. These are R14s, which I took the wheel off of the car and ended up using one of those little screws. Put one of the screw in the brake rotor. So I got that done. And took the wheel off, turned the wheel around, stuck that ball seat on there, and you can see where it sits on its taper. When I stuck one of these in, it only sat right here. It didn't sit in on any more of this material. So basically it just sat right there on this little line, and that would probably be okay, but with turning, high speeds, whatever, and aluminum wheels, it would probably wear into the wheel and then cause this lug nut to come loose and damage the actual seat on the wheel. So anyway, didn't know. The kid or guy I got these from did tell me that he bought them and they were the wrong type, and he did specify that they were an R14 for a radius 14. I'd messaged him and I was like, well, what are the right lug nuts? What'd you use? Because he said he had them on his S3, Audi S3, and he said he doesn't remember what he got. I think if I remember right, I think he said he went back to lug bolts because he couldn't find the right radius. So yeah, I found, or maybe he went to the two-piece lug nut like what's on there right now, with the little conical two ball seat. So I called anyway. I called this company, Eurotuning.com, asked them if they could look it up, what's the deal. They ended up messaging me back, or actually texting me saying, hey, I missed a call, blah, 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 whatever. And basically did some digging around, did some research for me, and came back to say, well, we talked to Audi, and Audi says that they don't have lug nuts for your car. Well, yeah, because they use lug bolts. I was just like, okay, sounds good, good job. Anyway, at least they did some research for me. I could say that they're a good company, and they're probably trying to cover their butt. But I asked them those little adapter, ball seat adapter deals. I just asked them if they can call that manufacturer and see what that ball seat radius was, and they said they can't contact that manufacturer. basically he gave up, I think. So anyway, so yeah, I tried doing it and I didn't like it. So I stuck the stock ones back on. Ended up going through another company, which I've ordered some other parts from. Oh man, ESC Tuning or something like that. It's another European company. And I typed in R13 ball seat nuts or lug nuts and popped up. They come in a set of 4. So I had to order 5 sets. Ended up being $50. These were only $20. They're like 19 something shipped. So whatever. I have some ball seat lug nuts for something. Who knows? So I ended up replacing the vent yesterday. You can see mine. It's cracked, broken. I broke that. Tried to remove it because the this here was down inside. It snapped off, popped off. Although it seems to be doing good now. One thing I did have to do. My battery said it wasn't dead. Anyways, one thing I did have to do, which I don't know what it is I had to swap this wiring harness over. So my car does not have that little sensor. So I stuck this harness. This plug is different. It's only a 2. It's only the red and blue wire connector. This white and green wire, I don't know what it is for. But I ended up swapping it onto my old one and just the whole thing. This wheel, the wheel and everything, and the harness and all that stuff. But it seems like, where was that? Right there is broken. Right there. It's supposed to hold that in a lot tighter. So you can see where it's cracked right there. So even if I were to fix it, this little wheel would still, you know, if you get a gorilla in the car, which I usually don't. It's usually my wife and kid, although sometimes my kid acts like a little gorilla. But anyway, if you got one of those kids in there or guys in there, they would probably pop that little roller wheel off. So anyway, and I've played with it. There it went. There it just went. Boop, popped right off. So anyway, got that installed. I ended up doing the oil change on my Dodge because I had forgot I had to go get my drive shaft from AutoZone. It had finally come in, and yeah, so the drive shaft came in last week or last Tuesday, but when I was already at work, they called me, hey, your drive shaft came in. I was like, oh wow, it was supposed to come in 2 weeks ago, and they're supposed to come in on Saturday. And then they're like, well, whatever, it's a whole story. But they were going to ship it back to the vendor. And I was like, well, I'm out of state. Told them my work schedule, and they're like, okay, we'll save it. Anyway, went back yesterday. Exchanged it, turned the one upside down a couple times, didn't make any noise. Doesn't mean that when I install it, it won't make any noise. So yeah, why I came over here is the next video is going to be, I'm going to install this Pro Ram air filter into the Audi. And what I kind of want to do, not sure if I will do it, dark side development. They ended up cutting a hole in this to add more airflow. I forget what their reasoning was behind it, but I think it's because the airflow came in here, swooped in, and it would go right in there. Can't remember their whole reasoning. I wanted to do a the silicone one they have, but they want a lot of money for it. Should have just bought it. I think it's like $188 for this mass airflow sensor, and then it's like another $70 for a silicone tube. So anyway, that's what I'm going to install my next video. I'm going to contact them, see if they got the 3D print file. Maybe they can send me so I can 3D print that piece and then cut it in so it looks good. Too bad I don't have some of that, because that's basically what it looked like, what they printed. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. Went for a bike ride, worked out, did this thing for, I don't know, 40 minutes, mile and a half. So I'll see you guys on the next video. It's getting warm out here. I'm gonna go in, shower, and probably do that video either later or right now. Might as well. All right, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you guys do. Keep being you. Don't be softy. Don't cave into whatever people are trying to cave into. Later.